Hello and welcome to LinkedIn Marketing Minis. I'm Karen Yankovich, and I am here with you today to talk a little bit about some simple marketing strategies that can help you move your business forward in a simple, easy way as you set yourself up for some serious success in the upcoming months and years. This doesn't have to be complicated. It can be easy, and that's why I'm doing these mini tips every morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. So hopefully you've caught some of them. I'm live this morning on my LinkedIn business page, my LinkedIn group, my Facebook business page, my Facebook group, which if you have not yet joined us yet, you can join us at the link that's scrolling below at linkedinforwomencommunity.com, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. So we're live across the internet this morning and happy to be here with you. If you have been watching this series and you are looking for some of the rest of these videos, you can check them out at marketingminis.com. That'll take you right to the YouTube playlist. And if you have a topic that I haven't yet talked about that you'd like to hear me talk about, drop it in the comments below. I'm happy to do that. I've gotten some great topics from you guys, and I'm happy to keep doing this if I have continued things to talk about. But I'm not here to just babble, right? Although I can babble with the best of them, I'm not here to just babble. So I really want, I'm happy to take your ideas, but we're like 40 something days into this. So a lot of topics already covered. And I'm happy to recover some of these if you have additional questions about some of these topics, right? So I'm here for as long as you need me. So what are we talking about today? Today, I wanted to talk about, and this is a big question I get from a lot of people. And we touched on this a little bit, but not from this specific perspective. A lot of the people that I work with are in some kind of career transition. Maybe they're leaving corporate and moving into the world of entrepreneurship. Maybe they're just leveling up, right? Maybe they've been a VA, now they want to be a coach. Like they're usually in some kind of transition, because that's when you're looking to shift things in your business, right? That's when you need to shift your personal brand. That's when you're going to use LinkedIn more to build relationships with the kinds of people that can help you achieve the things you're looking to achieve in this next chapter of your life and your business, right? So that's what I want to talk about today. How can we use your LinkedIn profile to help give you some credibility? Because reality is, maybe you've been doing this for 5 minutes, right? Like you've been in corporate for 25, 35, 55 years, and now you're moving into the world of a consultant, right? So how do you do that? How do you show up? How do you show up worthy of people's time, never mind their money, right? That's what we're going to talk about here today, because this is the exact place to do this. And to be honest, this right here is the meat of what I love to talk about, because this is a big part of what we work on in our She's Linked Up Accelerator program. And of course, if you want to know what it looks like to get some help with that, grab a spot on the calendar, KarenYankovich.com/call, get you to the calendar, and happy to chat with you about what it looks like to get some help. All right, so what are we talking about today? First, we need to talk about your profile. Okay, so you've been doing the same work for a lot of years, but what I'm guessing is you probably were not, like the work you have been doing, you have some reason to be moving into your new role. Even if it's not associated with the work you did before, maybe you've been volunteering, maybe you just got certified, maybe you took some courses, right? What we want to do is we want to see where it intersects. Right? Where does the work you used to do, or that you were previously doing, intersect with where you want to be? Because remember, this is not about the work. This is about you as your brand, as the influencer, as the expert, as the leader in whatever your market is, right? So, even if you're hanging your shingle out today as whatever your new role is, you probably have some experience. I would like to think you have some experience, even if you don't feel like it's experience, right? Maybe you were writing the newsletter for your kids' PTA for the last 20 years, and now you're going to go out and offer that service to business owners, right? Even though the work you did was you were working at Macy's, whatever, right? Like it may not feel aligned, but it is aligned. So what we want to do as you create your profile is create the path through your experience that brought you to this new role that you have, because we're looking to establish some credibility here. By the way, these are the things that I help you with. If you grab a spot on our calendar, if it turns out it's a fit to get some support, to give you some support around this, the very first thing we do is write your profile for you. This is hard to write your own profile. No matter what I do with people, it starts with their profile, because it's important that you understand that people see you the way I see you. And we don't always see ourselves that way, right? So it's hard to do your own LinkedIn profile. So you need to optimize your profile, really diving into and leaning into the journey that brought you to whatever this new chapter is, right? And pulling from it all the things that you did. For example, um, years ago, I owned a company and I did everything for the company, right? Like I hired and fired, I bought office furniture, I went out on sales calls, I negotiated contracts, I did everything. I was the owner of the company. So if what I was doing now was human resources related, I would be talking about that experience, but it's not. It's not at all. So I don't even mention that I know how to hire, like negotiate health benefits, right? I All I talk about is the sales and marketing piece of it because that's what I brought with me to this chapter, right? So I'm recreating my profile. It's true, right? Nobody needs to know all the things on my to-do list. Then they just need to know what were the things I was doing that led me to what I'm doing today. Does that make sense? All right. Then you want to craft a compelling headline and summary so that you're attracting those exact people, right? You want to be using those keywords so that when people are looking for what you're doing, you come up, right? All of this is part of that profile because we want to showcase your value proposition. We want to showcase what makes you uniquely qualified to do what you're doing in this next chapter. And then, remembering that I've said this a few times in this marketing mini series, if you are not standing out in this current market, you are invisible. So your personal branding has got to make you stand out. It has to. You have to stand out from your competition because that's what will shift everything for you. Okay. Then you want to be creating an outreach strategy that gets you on the phone with the kinds of people that can help you move more quickly into this new role. And part of that outreach strategy, and this is important, most importantly, for people that are in transition, this piece right here is the part that you want to make sure you have a strong strategy for, and that's PR. Are you being interviewed as the expert in this? Are you being quoted in the newspapers? Are you being interviewed on podcasts? Because remember, you don't have testimonials on this yet. You haven't done this before, right? But what you can do to get credibility is be interviewed by other people and borrow their credibility a little bit. Get interviewed on a podcast, be quoted in a newspaper or magazine. They're not asking how long you've been in business. They want to know that you're credible, right? So if they believe you're credible, your prospects will believe you're credible, and this is how you build that credibility in, maybe even before you've had your first client, right? Remember, you're not coming to this. If you are coming to this ice cold, then this probably isn't the strategy for you. But if you've got any experience whatsoever in doing what you're planning on doing in your next chapter, then you can easily leverage publicity to help you build credibility. And this is all things that we talk about in the work that I do. Again, KarenYankovich.com/call gets you to our calendar if you want to know more about what that looks like. The reality is, even if you are still working at that job, there are ways to seamlessly integrate what you're moving into your profile. Okay, because all of it is the brand of you, right? When you move into this new role, the things you did last week, last month, 10 years ago, they don't go away. They're still part of your journey. So it's still part of your profile. It's just, we're just going to relegate it a little bit um, to not what you're talking about currently. Um, because we want to make sure that the focus and the main focus of your brand, remember, you want to stand out, is the role that you're stepping into, right? So I hope that that makes sense for you. I hope that you take some steps towards doing this. I'm here for you if you want some help with that. And I look forward to seeing you here again tomorrow. All right. Have a good day. And it can be simple. It can be simple. These are minis, right? These little tips change everything. See you tomorrow.